A very good morning to all of you. So students, today we will study the Laplace transform. So before studying about the Laplace transform, we have to know about the integral transform. So what is an integral transform? So we say that an improper integral of the form, that is integral minus infinity to infinity k of st f of t dt. This is basically known as the integral transform of the function f of t if it is convergent. So in this integrand we have this term, that is k of st, and this k of st is basically known as the kernel of the transform. So this integrand is also denoted by f of s, by this term, or we sometimes denote it like t of f of t. So this means f of s or t of f of t, this is equal to integration minus infinity to infinity kernel of st then f of t dt. So here we know that this s is the parameter and it is independent of t. So this s may be real or complex number. So if in this equation number 1, if this kernel, that is kernel of st, it takes the value e raised power minus st if this t is greater than equal to 0, and this kernel takes the value 0 if it is less than 0, means which term is less than 0? This t is less than 0. So in equation 1, when we substitute this term, that is e raised power minus st, that is the value of this kernel when t is greater than equal to 0, so we have this transform which is denoted by f of s, and this is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised power minus st f of t dt. So then this transform is basically known as the Laplace transform. So also note here, we have to integrate this the first equation from the limits 0 to infinity. So 0 to infinity. Okay, so this is our Laplace transform. So basically what we will do in this equation, basically we are basically breaking this interval into two parts. That is, first part will be I will write here, first part will be minus infinity to 0, then it is kernel of st, then f of t dt, then plus other integral will be from 0 to infinity, then kernel of st into f of t then dt. So we know when the kernel of this function, this integrand, is equal to 0, then this whole integral tends to 0. Okay, and when t is less than 0, similarly when we will take the value of kernel equal to e raised power minus st, then we get this integral, that is 0 to infinity then e raised power minus st and f of t into dt. So this transform, this integral, is known as the Laplace transform. So in other words, we can say that let ft be a function defined for all positive values of t, then this integral denoted by capital F of x, f of s, which is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised power minus st f of t dt, provided the integral exists, is called the Laplace transform of ft, and it is denoted by we can write it as by this symbol, that is L means the Laplace transform of this function. Which function? That is the ft, and this is equal to f of s, or which is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised power minus st f of t dt. So now we will know some important formulas. So the first formula is that Laplace transform of 1, this is equal to 1 by s. We will also solve this transform. Other second formula is that Laplace transform of t raised power n, this is equal to n factorial divided by s raised power n plus 1, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Next one is Laplace transform of e raised power at. This means if we have a function like this, then its Laplace transform is given by 1 divided by s minus a, provided s should be greater than a. Similarly, Laplace transform of cos hyperbolic at, this is equal to s divided by s square minus a square, where s square is greater than a square. Next is the Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic at. This is equal to a divided by s square minus a square, provided s square should be greater than a square. Similarly, other formula is Laplace transform of sine of at. This is equal to a divided by s square plus a square, where s is greater than 0. Next is Laplace transform of cos of at. This is equal to s divided by s square plus a square, where s is greater than 0. And last one is that Laplace transform of t. This is equal to 1 by s square, where s is greater than 0. So now I will solve these formulas. So first formula is that Laplace transform of 1, this is equal to 1 by s. So we know that Laplace, by the definition of Laplace transform of f of t, this is equal to integration from 0 to infinity, then e raised power minus st, then f of t into dt. So name it as equation number 1. So now here, what is ft? Here ft is equal to 1. Here ft is equal to 1. So I will put this value in equation 1. So I will get Laplace transform of 1. This is equal to 0 to infinity integration, then e raised power minus st into 1 into dt. Okay. So now I will simply integrate this function. So it will be equal to e raised power minus st divided by minus s, then with limits 0 to infinity. So this is equal to, or I can write it as minus 1 by s, then 1 divided by e raised power st with limits 0 to infinity. So here first limit is infinity and second one is 0. So I will put in this equation. So I will get minus 1 by s, then 1 by e raised power s into infinity, then it is minus in the second limit, that is e raised power s into 0. Okay, s into 0. So this is equal to minus 1 by s. So anything multiplied by infinity is again infinity. So e raised power infinity, this becomes infinity. So this is 1 divided by infinity, and this is anything raised power 0 is 1. So this will goes to 1. So now this is equal to minus 1 by s, then 1 by infinity, this is 0, and this is equal to then minus 1, and this whole equation is equal to 1 by s. So this was the answer for this Laplace transform. So this means Laplace transform of 1, this is equal to 1 by s. Formula is that Laplace transform of t raised power n, this is equal to n factorial divided by s raising power n plus 1, where n and s are positive. So here what is ft? Ft given is here t raised power n. So we will substitute in equation first. So what we will get? Laplace transform of t raised power n, this is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised power minus st, then it is t raised power n into dt. So now what I have to do? I have to solve this integral. So for this I will use the substitution method. So putting st is equal to x, or we can say or t is equal to x divided by s, and what is dt? Dt is equal to dx divided by s. So now substitute all these values in equation first. We have Laplace transform of t raised power n, this is equal to integration 0 to infinity, then it is e raised power minus st. So now st is x, so I will write here minus x. Then what is t? T is x by s, then whole raising power n. Then what is dt? Dt is dx divided by s. So now this will become 0 to infinity e raised power minus x, then it is x raising power n divided by s raising power n, then dx into s. So now in the denominator bases are same, the powers are added, so it will become 0 to infinity integration, then e raised power minus x, x raising power n into dx, the whole divided by s raising power n plus 1. So taking this outside the integral, we have s raising power n plus 1, 1 divided by s raising power n plus 1, then integration 0 to infinity e raised power minus x, x raising power n into dx. So now this integration n is basically the gamma function of n plus 1. So gamma function of n plus 1 is equal to integral 0 to infinity e raised power minus x raised power n into dx. Also gamma function of n plus 1, this is equal to n factorial. So use all these property in equation, name it as equation second. So what we have 1 divided by s raising power n plus 1. Now this whole become the gamma function of n plus 1. So also gamma function of n plus 1 is equal to n factorial. So this will become n factorial divided by s raising power n plus 1. So this means Laplace transform of t raised power n, this is equal to n factorial divided by s raising power n plus 1, provided n and s are positive. Hence solved. So third formula is that Laplace transform of e raised power at, this is equal to 1 divided by s minus a, provided s is greater than a. So here what is f of t? F of t is e raised power at. So we will substitute this in the definition of Laplace transform. So it will become Laplace transform of e raised power at. This is equal to integration 0 to infinity then e raised power minus st into f of t. So what is f of t? It is e raised power at then dt. So bases are same, powers are added. So this goes to is integration 0 to infinity e raised power minus st then plus at into dt. So now it will become 0 to infinity integration then e raised power minus, or we can write it as minus s plus a, taking t common. So s minus s plus a into t into dt. So again now I have to simply integrate this equation. So also I will take minus common from the power. So I will write here integration 0 to infinity e raised power minus s minus a into t into dt, because I want s minus a in the denominator. Okay, so now the integration of this will become, what will be the integration? It will become e raised power minus s minus a into t, then whole divided by minus s minus a, then limits are 0 to infinity. So after applying the limits, what I will get, I am writing here now directly, that is minus 1 divided by s minus a, and this term will become 0 and other term will become 1. So in short we have 1 divided by s minus a. So this is the answer. Next is Laplace transform of cos hyperbolic at, this is equal to s divided by s square minus a square. So here ft is basically, what is ft? It is cos hyperbolic at. Also we know that cos hyperbolic at, this is equal to e raised power at then plus e raised power minus at divided by 2. So this is basically the cos hyperbolic formula. I will write here cos hyperbolic x, this is equal to e raised power x plus e raised power minus x divided by 2. So instead of x we have at. So use this formula here. So now what I will get? I will get Laplace transform of cos hyperbolic at. This is equal to Laplace transform of, then this term, this is e raised power at then plus e raised power minus at whole divided by 2. So now I will use here the linear property, which I will teach you in next video. So this is now Laplace transform of e raised power at plus Laplace transform of e raised power minus at. Okay, so now what is the Laplace transform of e raised power at? We have solved in equation number 3 in this formula, that is formula number 3, that was Laplace transform of e raised power at is equal to 1 divided by s minus a. So I will use this property here. So I have Laplace transform of e raised power at, this is equal to 1 divided by s minus a. So directly I will use this formula here. So we get 1 by 2, then it is 1 divided by s minus a, and this will become 1 divided by s plus a, because here we have minus a, minus 80. Okay, so now after taking LCM, we have here, it will become s minus a, then it is s plus a it will become s plus a, then plus s minus a. Okay, so this is equal to a and minus a get cancelled. It is 2s divided by 2 into s minus a, then s plus a. Or we can write it as s divided by a square, that is it is a minus b and a plus b, it goes to a square minus b square, that is s square minus a square, which is the answer. Next one is Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic at. This is equal to a divided by s square minus a square, where s square should be greater than a square. So now we know that sine hyperbolic at, this is equal to e raised power at minus e raised power minus at divided by 2. So, or we can write that sine hyperbolic x, this is equal to e raised power x minus e raised power minus x divided by 2. So here x is 80. So now Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic at, this is equal to Laplace transform of e raised power at, then minus e raised power minus at whole divided by 2. So which is equal to 1 by 2 times Laplace transform of e raised power at, then minus Laplace transform of e raised power minus at. So in previous example, we have already proved that Laplace transform of e raised power at, this is equal to 1 divided by s minus a. So I am using this property here. So I have 1 by 2 times this will become 1 divided by s minus a, then it is minus divided by 1 plus 1 divided by s plus a. So taking the LCM, we have it will become s square minus a square, and this will be s plus a, then minus s, then plus a. So now minus and s gets cancelled, and we have 2a divided by 2 into s square minus a square. So again 2 and 2 get cancelled, so I have a divided by s square minus a square. So this is the answer. So next is Laplace transform of sine of at. This is equal to a divided by s square plus a square. So we know that sine of at, this is equal to e raised power iota at, then plus it is minus e raised power minus iota at divided by 2 iota. Okay, so now we will use this formula here. So I will write Laplace transform of e raised power iota at, then it is minus e raised power minus iota at, then whole divided by 2 iota. So this is equal to 1 by 2 iota, then Laplace transform of, this will become Laplace transform of e raised power iota at, and minus Laplace transform of e raised power minus iota at. So we know that Laplace transform of e raised power at, this is equal to 1 divided by s minus a. So using this property, we have 1 divided by 2 iota. Now this will become 1 divided by s minus a. So now here it will be iota a. Okay, so then minus times this will become 1 divided by s plus iota a. So now taking the LCM, we have 1 by 2 iota, then it will be a square minus b square. So that will goes to a square minus b square, and a is s and b is iota a. So this will become a square minus b square, and iota square becomes minus 1, and minus 1 and minus goes to plus. So I am writing here s square plus a square. So here it will be s plus iota a, then it is minus s, then plus iota a. So now minus s and s get cancelled out. So we have 2 times iota a divided by 2 iota into s square plus a square. So now 2 and 2 get cancelled, iota and iota get cancelled out. So we have a divided by s square plus a square. So this is the answer. So next important formula is that we have to find the Laplace transform of cos of 80, and this should be equal to s divided by s square plus a square. So like we have solved in previous formula, we also use here the formula value of cos of 80, and cos of 80 is basically e raised power iota 80 then plus e raised power minus iota 80 divided by 2. So use this property, or we can say use this formula here. We have Laplace transform of cos of 80. This is equal to Laplace transform of e raised power iota 80 then plus e raised power minus iota 80 then whole divided by 2. So this goes to Laplace, taking 1 by 2 outside. So it will become Laplace transform of e raised power iota 80 then plus Laplace transform of e raised power minus iota 80. So now again using the property that Laplace transform of e raised power 80, this is equal to 1 divided by s minus a. So we have Laplace transform of cos of 80. This goes to 1 by 2 times, then it is 1 divided by s minus iota a. Then other term will be plus 1 divided by, it goes to s plus iota a. Okay. So now this is equal to, now taking the LCM, we have 1 by 2. So this will be a square plus b square, that is a square is this, then it will become a square then minus b square, then it is minus into basically it is iota a whole square. Okay, so now it is equal to, here in numerator we have s plus iota a, then it is plus s minus iota a. So now solving this, we have 1 by 2 times, then minus iota and iota get cancelled out. It will be 2s divided by s square, then it is minus, it is iota square into a square. Iota square is equal to minus 1. We know that iota square, this is equal to minus 1. Using this here, we have 1 by 2 times. It is 2 and 2 also get cancelled out. So I will directly write it here that it is s divided by s square, then iota square is minus 1. So it goes to plus and it is a square. So the answer is Laplace transform of cos of 80. This is equal to s divided by s square plus a square. So where s is positive, hence proved. Thank you.